What up guys, Charles from Ghesai TV, back another episode of Reaction Time. And again guys, bago po tayo mag-start,
Ghesai TV, no, isang kabatas din natin din, no. If you fancy, no, his videos, punta ko kayo doon, panoorin nyo. Ano po, mag-subscribe na rin kayo.
At ayun no, attorney, thank you dun sa plug-in. At speaking of attorney Libayan, noong isang live niya ay diniscuss po doon yung issues po ng mga Raffy Tulfo in action, lalo na po yung mga nandoon sa nirereklamo side, kung saan may mga instances na nagpapatiwakal, sadly, yung mga narereklamo dahil siguro sa kahiyan, sa nangyaring pang-iinsulto sa national television, sa internet, at lahat ng mga masasamang salita, masasakit na salita na pinukul sa kanila ng netizens. Again, bagamat sabihin natin may mga pagkukulang itong mga nirereklamo to, may kasalanan sila, pero hindi naman siguro din justified yung gawin silang katatawanan sa internet. Kaya minsan nagkakaroon ng depression, sobrang depression, na uwi sa pagpapatiwakal ng isang tao. So now, speaking of that pagtitiwakal, ay meron tayong update kasi merong diniscuss nga si attorney tungkol dun sa yung reyna daw ng gold digger, no? So nung isang gabi ay ni-research natin kung ano yung update doon at nakita natin yung official or yung personal Facebook po nung RJ Russell na nakikita nyo guys sa screen nyo ngayon, kung saan nagpatulpo ito at pinakita ang kanyang storya at kung saan nga po tungkol kay Adora na kwento po ito. So tingnan natin guys yung medyo juicy, hindi naman juicy pero masabi natin medyo o kanyang opinion nung lumabas siya sa Raffy Tulfo in action. At kamusta na nga ba? Natulungan ba siya o nagulo palalo ang kanyang sitwasyon? Basahin natin ang story nito. So noong November 13, 2011, kung saan nag-post si Mr. Russell ng patungkol po kay Mr. Raffy Tulfo dahil nga po tatakbo siya bilang senador. So basahin natin ang kanyang opinion patungkol dito sa action na to ni Mr. Raffy Tulfo, no? I'm sure that most of you know by now that the Wizard of Oz recently announced his candidacy for Senate. But did you know that he took down his YouTube videos with me in September 2021, just before he made the announcement? Is he truly helping or is he exploiting? Did he just use everyone to advance his own political ambitions? I was the biggest victim his show had hosted. He did nothing but use me, and I was one of the few who were fortunate enough to be worth the effort of being put on air. Nearly everyone else is referred to IBP, POW, or some other organization that does the real work. RTIA simply filters people for the most likely stories to go viral, and then they embellish the story to generate as many views as possible. Who benefits? Only RTIA. They make so much money from the stories on YouTube alone, and then they record a video of themselves buying someone a hamburger and call it assistance. It's a joke. Adora Taberna was turned away 3 times by RTIA. She is far from the only one. This wouldn't be such a big deal if so many people didn't see them as something other than they are. How would my situation have turned out differently if RTIA was either legit or didn't exist at all? Would Adora Taberna still be alive? Why were his videos with me hidden? Did you see what I see? So ayan guys, so makikita nyo doon sa link na kanyang sinend ay pag-click natin, ito po ang makikita nyo, video unavailable. So base doon sa kanyang statement doon sa kanyang Facebook, no, I feel na tila meron pa rin siyang pagmamahal dun sa nasawi, medyo masalimutang kwento dun sa pamilya, sa pamilya side ng girl, no, at sa paniniwala ni Mr. RJ ay ito ay syndicate daw at tila sila daw yung may pakana ng panghuhut-hut sa kanya ng pamilya at ni Miss Adora. At meron pang isang post, no, yung November 12 naman, kung saan binalikan niya yung nangyari 2 years ago. At medyo, kung makikita nyo dito guys, no, medyo may kahabaan ito, no, ay babasahin na lamang natin yung pinaka-gist nung para patungkol dun sa experience niya dun sa Raffy Tulfo in action. Let's read. The thought of publicly discussing the most humiliating and traumatizing experience of my life on a nationally syndicated program continued to haunt me for days as I desperately tried to find another option. But after the events of October pushed me to my limit. Pause muna tayo doon. Ano ba ang nangyari doon sa October na sinasabi ni Sir RJ? May kita nyo dun sa kanyang post din na ito, no? ay meron pala siyang clip sa August 11, 2019 kung saan yung nasa ABS-CBN pala sila, ginang na nagpanggap na dinukot para makakuha ng ransom, kakasuhan ng PNP AKG. So may kita nyo dito guys sa August 12 ng ABS-CBN News, pinakita pala dito yung kidnapping daw nila Miss Adora, which is ito, naka-blurred naman sila. Kung mapapansin nyo, hindi ko pinaplay kasi malakas bang copyright itong ABS-CBN at ayaw ko nang magkaroon pa ng diskusyon sa kanila sa copyright. Pero ito yung, ito yung picture na pinakita. So ito si Adora at ito si RJ, kung saan ito yung nangyari noong October. So maliban pa doon sa RTIA, mayroon pang prior na nangyari, which is medyo talagang masabi nating mabigat sa emosyon, mabigat sa damdamin, mabigat sa sakit ng ulo at sa puso, di ba? So, balik tayo sa binabasa natin. It was the events of November that crystallized the idea for me that the suicide threats were clearly just another hoax. I'm not going to discuss that today, but what happened in November was shocking at the time, and it was all the more shocking when this ended the way it did. The first day many of you saw me on RTIA was November 12, but what you don't know is that I first went there on November 4, 2019. I spent 5 hours waiting on the stuffy basement parking garage before I was told that they would not help me unless I agreed to go on air, because that's how they operated. I refused and I walk away. Before I left, RTIA gave me a referral to IBP Manila, who refused to help me because I wasn't indigent and I wasn't Filipino. In short, I was out of luck. Without going on the air, I had no option other than allowing the scammers to rob me endlessly without complaint. Actually guys, no, yung sinasabi niya noon na may pila, di ba? Kung maalala nyo sa RTIA, may pila talaga noon. At meron ako nakita isang vlogger, hopefully makikita nyo ngayon sa screen nyo ngayon, yung babae na nagpakita kung paano yung ginagawang proseso ng RTIA. So kung makikita nyo sa screen nyo ngayon, yung meron siyang papeles kung saan ipapakita doon yung referral na sinasabi naman ni RJ na nagtutugma naman sa realidad na nangyayari. And lastly guys, papakita ko rin dito sa inyo isang conversation doon sa comment section niya kung saan naibanggit din muli yung tungkol sa kanyang experience sa RTIA. Let's read. Sabi dito, can you sue in civil court? The burden of proof is much lower than criminal persecution. Sagot dito ni Russell, ni RJ, I do have options. I have to be careful what I say here. The biggest challenge is the death. Everyone wants to blame everything on her. Now that she's dead, blame her death on me. And then everyone can wash their hands of the entire mess and sleep well at night by pretending that it is impossible to figure anything out now. That show was supposed to help me. That's why they exist. But they just use me for the clout and financial gain before they abandon me with the mess they made of everything. So sadly guys, hindi siya happy ending kay Sir RJ, no? Bagamat siya ang biktima sa pangyayari sa storyang ito, pero at the end of the day, hindi pa rin pala siya natulungan ng RTIA based sa kanyang story. So hindi naman natin alam kung anong update dyan. Though, naintindihan ko na binura ng or pinrivatize ng RTIA ang kanyang video dahil nga namatay yung babae at hindi na tama rin naman siguro na ipangalandakan pa yung pinaggagawa nila doong pang-iinsulto at panghahamak sa mukha ni Adora. Kasi napanood ko yung meron pa nakapag-save nung clip kung saan pinag-usapan yung episode 1 niya na talagang hindi ko matiis na yung panghahamak na ginawa doon kay Miss Adora. Bagamat sabihin natin may pagkukulang, kasalanan, pero hindi naman siguro tama na hamakin mo yung pagmumukha ng isang tao sa national TV para lang.
Look at Mr. Russell and look at this girl. Miles and miles and miles away. Anyways, I'm just trying to make you laugh. I know.
Thank you.
You feel so bad.
Atuwain si Mr. RJ, no? At yun nga, sadly nga lang ay hindi niya nakamit until now ang hustisya na kailangan niyang makuha. So guys, no, ilalagay ko sa description below yung link po ng mga post ni Sir RJ para kayo rin mabasa niyo ang kanyang buong side of the story. At sadly nga lang ay sana matulungan pa ng RTIA ito kasi sila rin naman din yung isa sa mga cause kung bakit nangyari itong mess na to. So guys, no, comment down below kung ano masasabi nyo sa update natin kay RJ. At syempre, ang wish natin talaga dito is yung peace of mind. Sabi nga ni attorney, yung makatulog ka lang ng mahimbing sa gabi ay yung po ang panalo. So para naman sa akin, ang dadagdag ko lamang dito, sana makamtan niya yung hustisya at samahan nawa siya ng Diyos sa kanyang magiging endeavor ni Sir RJ patungkol do sa kasong ito. So that's it for our episode, guys. Ingatan nawa po kayo na yung Diyos sa inyong paggawa and God bless sa inyong lahat. Bye-bye. Hey, bye-bye.